I met a gypsy.
What's it like to go from Suzuki to Honda in that? Like, because you've been on Suzukis for so long.
9 years.
Yeah, because it's got to just be like almost I don't know, get a new chick or something. You get all excited. You're on your best behavior for a while.
It was more so, I would say, because I was 17 when I signed. It was nerve-wracking for me because I didn't know anyone. I had no idea who anyone was. The people that showed up that had me test the bike, I don't even remember who they were. And there was only 2 of them or 3 of them. There wasn't very many. And I rode Andrew Short's bike when I tested the bike on an outdoor track that wasn't groomed at all. And that's when I signed with them. But for me, going to the team for the first time, the test track or whatnot, it was like, who are you? And I was a goofy, awkward kid back in the day. So I was super, super, super nervous. I rode the bike. And then from that day on, it was, because I think I was pretty damn fast on that 250F, that there was an easy gel after that point. Everyone saw that, I can
going fast helps. Yeah.
And after that, it became a family.
Yeah.
And then things started changing around inside of Honda, and it made it to where it wasn't a family anymore.
Yeah.
And it made it to where it became really hard to be there, and didn't give me motivation to go work, super, super hard. But again, that's the time frame that I had the wrong people.
Yeah. Okay.
And the 09 and 10 Honda were probably the worst bikes ever made.
It's crazy how wrong they got that shit.
Oh, it's
08, maybe the best bike ever. Cowie still using basically a version of that geometry on their bikes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Everyone loved it. 2009, 2010, biggest piece of shit ever.
And no one understands that. Even to this day, like, I thought people were like, what? It was that bad? I'm like, you guys have no idea how bad that bike was. We called it the jackhammer. It was so bad. It would destroy your hands. There was no way. You could have been in the best shape of your life. You weren't going to make a moto. There was no way you could make a moto with that.
So what was the characteristic? Just like crazy rigid? Just super rigid?
Yeah. Like a 2x4.
No shit.
Literally like a 2x4. And there's nothing that we could test all day long, and it never got better. It was the weirdest thing in the entire world. And I mean, we tried the Honda. They were trying, but I don't think they had the authority from the up above, higher ups to pull the trigger on things that needed to be pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it became really difficult, because it's like, do you guys want to win? Do you guys want to not win? Or what are we doing? But then again, like, I even talked to Andrew Short about it all the time. He was one of those ones that were like, oh my God, it's so good. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
He kept his ride at Honda for a while.
He kept his ride for Honda, hands down. But it was one of those times where it's like, dude, if we would have had, because it was me on my own, me, Ivan and myself were always the ones that like, dude, no, it sucks. Please, like, let's change it. No. And then you have Andrew. Oh, it's so good. They're going to lean towards the positivity, hands down, and had it been Andrew over here with us, I think that could have made the difference to where we could have had the big change that we needed.
Yeah.
And he knows that now. I talk to him about it all the time. He's like,
Will he admit that it was bad now?
Oh yeah.
He just was being a company man.
Granted, I get it.
Yeah.
And he had a ride. He wasn't doing bad.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing what he could have done had he had a better bike.
Yeah.
And I was just, back then I was just miserable.
Yeah.
I was just miserable riding that bike. I was miserable being around people who really didn't want me to be there, because of the people that I had around me, to where it was leading me down that direction. So it was just a big whirlwind. But no, who I had around me, my attitude had nothing to do with how bad that bike was.
Yeah. All my flaws aside, that bike was a turd.
All my flaws,
that
bike was horrendous. So, and no, Andrew, hands down, yes. If he had maybe joined on to Ivan and I, we may have made a dent. But even at that point, I don't know if we could have. Like, it was that bad.
Yeah.
So,
did you ever ride a stock one?
For 09, I did. For 09, for a while before they ever got parts, we rode a stock one.
And was the stock one as bad?
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being factory is not always better.
Yeah.
It didn't make it any better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I rode the stock one for a little bit on Supercross track, but I had Supercross suspension, so
Yeah.
it's hard to tell. But all in all, no, I just never gelled with it.
Yeah.
It was so small, and it twitched everywhere on me. The front end would tuck everywhere on me.
Yeah.
And to get it to not tuck, we had to make it so rigid.
Yeah. It's so like
that
raked out.
it was miserable to ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not how I ride. I'm a front end rider.
Yeah.
So if my front end isn't good, I have a hard time.
Yeah.
And that bike was that time for me.
Yeah.
So it was good. It's a good 2 years.
Did you ever ride the 2012?
No. I
So-
was on Yamaha.
So Townley
Yeah.
will tell you that bike's the best bike ever.
I've heard that.
And he says now though, like he actually thinks that the new 250 Yamaha, the new generation, is the best chassis he's ever ridden in his life.
Yeah.
But up until we had that conversation, the bike he said is the best bike ever was his own 2012.
Yeah.
He was a privateer, like he was just about to do the 2.2
Yeah.
thing, and he like built up his own bike with his own suspension dude in New Zealand, and he ended up breaking his hip, and
Yeah.
that's why he couldn't do the 2.2 thing. Bro, he was fucking flying.
Yeah.
Like he beat everyone in Australia. That it was like Conondale, which is like our Unadilla, basically, a minute and a half, just easy on that bike.
That fucker's fast outdoors.
How do you go from having the best bike, the worst bike, the best bike? It's crazy the swing.
Because
They probably learned what not to do from the
Yep.
worst bike.
Yep. They had to have learned what not to do. They had to learn that everyone wanted off of the thing.
Yeah.
We're not winning. No one wants to ride it. What do we do?
Yeah.
And now you look at them and it's like, okay, they have a president behind them, and that, the higher up, that just wants to win. No matter what it takes, they're going to win. And regardless of, I know Jet's obviously fast, we get that point, but you put someone like, I don't know, you put like Anderson, or you put someone else on that Honda, he's going to be really, really, really good, because they're going to be willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that he's on top.
Yeah.
They're that type of team right now.
Yeah.
Which is, I think,
What it takes.
what it takes, was what we needed.
Yeah.
And we didn't have.
Yeah.
When Chuck Miller left is when the team for us kind of went downhill
Yeah.
at Honda.
Yeah.
He was awesome, but when he left, it kind of was hard to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that movie? It's the football movie, like the college kids.
Varsity Blues?
No. Where he says attitude reflects leadership. Anyway, it's just in one of those, that left side, strong side. You remember that movie? God damn it. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's where the white kids and the black kids and
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that movie?
Yeah, I know that
Why
movie.
can't it's such a great movie, and I'm fully spacing on it. God damn it.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit in that movie where he says attitude reflects leadership.
Yep.
Fuck, as soon as I heard that, I was like, God damn, he's so right. But it's
Yep.
so true, man. Like leadership is the thing that, it all starts at the top when it
Yep.
comes to those kind of environments.
If you don't have a good leader in your group, you can be on the bottom and yet be as good of a leader as you want in your small area. But if there's someone way above you that obviously controls it, if they're not a good leader, it does nothing how good you are.
Yeah, it kind of like ties your hands.
Yeah, you can be a good leader, but if you're getting told no, it does you no good to be anything.
Yeah.
You need to find a different path.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I did.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.